What made her this way? What is the attraction? What keeps us fascinated? This is the story of Chrischan. By late February 2018, the idea guy, Joshua Wise, was firmly molding Christine's thoughts and creative ideas. Unbeknownst to members of the Kiwi Farms or other outsiders, Wise was by this point accompanied by 3 other people, one of whom was Stephen Boyd, who also role-played as fictitious characters with Chris, including one Gwen Mikoto, who allegedly lived in Kentucky, passing off his own family's address as Gwen's. The 2 other parties were involved to a lesser extent, and the identities of whom were never revealed nor fully uncovered. The idea guys primarily communicated with Chris through a closed communal chatting space on the instant messaging platform Discord. Here, they frequently convinced Chris to make social media posts of their request, influenced storylines of her comics, and asked for money. Both Wise and Boyd received new PlayStation Vita game consoles from her, in addition to numerous games and downloadable content. On March 3rd, Chris purchased a GameCube Game Boy player for $80, which would allow gamers to play Nintendo Game Boy cartridges on the Nintendo GameCube. In addition, she bought 2 GameCube games. These purchases were directly sent to Stephen Boyd, under the pretense that they were to be received by his fake persona, Gwen Mikoto. On March 9th, the idea guys encouraged Christine to film a new house tour video for their amusement, which was shared with them privately.
Hello on the internet, this is Christine Chandler coming to you live from home once again, and today, giving y'all an update. We're gonna take a tour of the house as it currently is. Lots of the VHS tapes from Mr. C's collection and some of mine, and there's the PlayStation monitor, and look, I found the C64 monitor today. Yep, there's my little high school, there's my little house, there's another house, there's Simpson house, there's Spooky house, and other Legos. I just kind of lost track along the way, and yada yada yada. There's my desk. There's all my Sonic and Roshu figure prototype figures, along with Sonic and Mewtwo there, just because for now. And standing to draw nowadays, there's my back up a bit, there's my easel and canvas. Just see some things up there. I draw on the board, on the clipboard on the top. I've been used to clutter type things. Life is laundry room with, it's mostly blocked. Okay, hard to get to the back door, but we'll eventually clear it out. There's filing cabinets, washer and dryer right there. And there's my bedroom, there's bed. Okay, and dumbbells, because I do 50 reps a day. And I got my ankle and wrist weights up there, along with my waist cincher that sweats it out in the belly. There's there's my transgender flag. Here's my lesbian pride flag. This is my alarm clock. This wakes me up about 6 a.m. It was my previous phone. Going upstairs, I don't want to talk much because my mother is up there. I don't want her to get suspicious, but it's pretty much where my mother is. There are dogs, sometimes there are cats, and she's got mostly boxes of her clothes up there. So I'll just go with that, and I'll just look. Probably. This would be the guest room if it didn't store a bunch of our stuff in here. It was our craft room. There's a hutch in front of that door, which you just saw from the other side. There's a picture there. And other things, there's a photograph of my mother from many, many years ago. And kind of last, what was my bedroom and all its love and glory is now more boxes. Just, half this room is occupied by my mother's boxes. Look, clothes. Closets full of more clutter things. I'd like to be able to sort of and whatnot. Just bothers me. So much clutter. And so pretty much ending in what was my bedroom. That's pretty much it for the inside the house tour as it is today. So yep. Thank you very much and have a good day. Where is that button?
On March 14th, Chris made a YouTube video informing her followers that she was selling a collection of comic books on eBay that were previously in the ownership of her half-brother, Cole Smithy. In the video description, she claimed that half of the proceeds would go to Smithy.
Hello everybody, this is Christine Chandler coming to you live from home once again, and today I offer you a very special offering. Not just a whole bunch of comic books, look at all of them. Very, very old and lovely comic books with some age to them, but they're all in quite good condition. And there's more over here in this box. And believe it or not, these books were all by none other than, and with official confirmation too, because it was also in the box, which I dug out of the workshop recently, Mr. Cole Smithy himself. Yeah? But right now, also, I'm gonna turn this over to my mother. Now, Christine Weston Chandler, do you personally recognize all these comic books in front of you?
Yes, I do.
And do you attest that they each belonged to at one point to your son, Joseph Cole Smithy?
Yes.
And not only that, but with each book, you're going to get a signature from this lovely old mama of ours. Smile. And a certificate of authenticity that backs it up definitely and so furtherly. Each of these books belong to Mr. Joe Cole Smithy himself. These will be going on eBay, each with their own individual listing. And for the average current selling price from everybody else, you have my official guarantee. You also have my mother's official guarantee.
Yes.
Alright, thank you all very much for your consideration and helping us with the household and the bills and everything. Y'all have a great, safe day.
Chris then listed the comics on eBay at $30 to $40 each. Over Twitter, Christine elaborated that Cole Smithy had closed himself off from her and their mother, so Chris had many good rights to sell his possessions, since he was an asshole to them. She added that she did not contact Cole before selling the comics, as he had left them behind, implying he did not want to keep them. On March 15th, Chris listed 17 PlayStation 2 games for sale on the Facebook Marketplace for $200. The next day, she went to the game streaming platform Twitch to stream herself playing the racing game Burnout Paradise Remastered.
That helmet too big for your head. Smashy, smashy! Smashy, smashy! Smashy, smashy, smashy! Oh, you didn't get me that time. Slow down just in time. Just in time. Step in time, step in time, step in time. Never need a reason, never need a rhyme. You're not gonna find. Wait. Whoop, 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 whoop.
She played for around 1 hour, and the stream chat remained fairly active, though she failed to respond to comments. On March 17th, Christine posted a photo of her Christine doll, accompanied by her custom amiibos depicting Sonichu and Rosechu, celebrating 18 years since their inception. It was possibly around this time that Chris got banned from the End Games card game store. The managers of the establishment had known of her online reputation since they frequently received bothersome phone calls from low-effort trolls, or weens. However, she had maintained a generally acceptable demeanor in the store until she vandalized a sign promoting an upcoming Pokemon card game tournament by sticking on an image of Sonichu. The owners later replaced the sign, and Chris found the old one in the store's dumpster, along with her picture of Sonichu. She then confronted the manager in an angry public display of disapproval, and the manager argued that Sonichu was not a Pokemon and should not have been on the sign. After this altercation, Chris was banned from re-entry. By March 19th, the Idea Guys had convinced Christine of the existence of a new Rosechu character by masquerading as her through online chats over Discord. Her name was Crizzle Rosechu, and she and Chris quickly developed a romantic bond for each other. This was part of their scheme to trick Chris into believing that she was a pedophile, since Crizzle said she was 15 years old. 3 days later, Christine listed her old portable gaming gadget, the Pokewalker, for sale on eBay, priced at $100. It had been painted to appear like an Eschew ball from her Sonichu comic series. It was sold within a day. On March 23rd, Chris entered the Vashon Square Mall in Charlottesville, Virginia, from which she had been banned. Soon after, she was charged with trespassing after forbidden and was placed on the therapeutic docket, a program offering routine meetings with courthouse staff and mandatory therapy sessions for those with severe or persistent mental illness as an alternative to jail time. On the 26th, Chris announced on Twitter that her sweetheart search was finally over, punctuating her statement with 3 colored heart emojis. When asked by Twitter user TingsTings, she clarified that it was a relationship with 2 others to whom she was close in real life. In truth, the Idea Guys made her believe that she was in a polyamorous marriage with Crizzle Rosechu and Magichan Sonichu. Magichan's inclusion in the marriage was part of their ploy to convince Chris that she was bisexual. On March 27th, Kiwi Farms user Da Big Straw, who had purchased one of Cole Smithy's old comic books, received their purchase. They admitted that the comic did not deserve the price and was sent out over a week late. But their main item of interest was the certificate of authenticity that was allegedly signed by Christine and her mother, Barbara. Da Big Straw argued that Chris had forged Barbara's signature since they both looked strongly alike. They sent a complaint to Chris over eBay. She quickly replied, stating that she would be filming a video showing both herself and her mother signing their names. The video was uploaded on March 28th.
Hey, Mom. Trouble you for a minute?
I'll be there in a minute.
You'll be there in a minute. I have the camera running right now. We talked about the signature. So everybody right here, this is my mom, Barbara. And what we're doing today is, apparently there is a complaint from a customer. I better turn on the overhead light here, if I can muster it. Light. Light, yeah, that was the light. Light's not turning on that one. Or is it? There's my mom, Barbara Ann, and I'm giving her my pen. You see? And she's signing her name and dating today's date. Shoot. What's today? I didn't check. Yeah, I believe today is the
28th.
Yeah, there you go. It's 28th. So go ahead. Alright, so yeah, you just wrote that, and it's... Alright, and now I'll sign it. We're doing this today because somebody complained about my mother's signature not being legitimate compared to mine, so there's my mother's signature. She just signed it, and here's my signature. The clipboard's transparent, but as y'all all can see, there's mine and my mother's. There's differences, so that's what our signatures look like respectively. Okay. And, Mommy? Want to say hello?
Hello.
See? Here she is. Okay. Alright, thank you, dear.
Okay.
Alright, so hopefully y'all take that for a good lesson, and talk to y'all next time.
On the final day of March, Chris received the results of her genetic makeup after being encouraged to take the test from genealogy testing site 23andMe by the Idea Guys. She discovered that she had trace amounts of Jewish ancestry and so deeply apologized over Twitter for the hurtful comments she had made at Jewish people, including owner of the game place, Michael Snyder. She later updated her followers that she also had some African ancestry. In addition, the test showed that contrary to her claims, she had no trace of Native American DNA. She soon after made a YouTube video updating her fans with this development.
And apparently, about 100% European. But also, in my paternal haplogroup, which that comes from my father, apparently, there was some black in him, so I'm black too. I'm less than 0.1% Ashkenazi, Jewish, and 0.2% broadly European. So, black and Jewish behind this person. This individual right here. I'm black and Jewish. It makes a little bit. So, on the high note of that, I'm definitely taking the first preposition to address. I personally wish to extend my apologies, my most sincere apologies to every single Jewish individual in this world and everywhere else for saying all the hurtful things I had said in the past over the years. And also I extend the same apologies to the black people. I never really had any offense against black people, mind you. I'm a fan of Michael Jackson. I'm a fan of Louis Armstrong. I was a fan of Red Fox. I was a fan of the guy who played George Sanford. George Jefferson. I like black people. Alright? And I didn't really have a thing against Jewish except for that one time where I said that thing hastily to Michael Snyder. If you're listening to this, I apologize to you as well for that hurtful insult. So, and I'd like to go ahead and state and emphasize right now that I recognize myself and appreciate my Jewish heritage, and I respect all Jewish people from now on and everywhere else, and I encourage everybody to do the same. Everybody else do the same. But I reserve my right to not celebrate Jewish holidays. I may, if I'm invited, then I'll celebrate with all of you, but that's not going to be my typical thing. So with that, everybody, be appreciative, be open, be kind, be supportive. I'm still a trans woman. Okay? Alright.
On April 5th, Christine listed more of Cole Smithy's old comics and other childhood items for sale on eBay. She displayed the listings in a YouTube video uploaded the same day.
We definitely have one-of-a-kind, unique items here. They're going to be a great buy, a great investment, and they'll each come with a certificate of authenticity, individually marked from me and our mother, Barbara Chandler, with our names on them, and that's personally verified. And some of these actually have Cole's signature on them. He has a whole bunch of Kiss stuff. You just take a look in here and you see there's some good Kiss memorabilia. Oh, and also a comic book I missed. It's a super special Kiss. All the pages in there and everything. Just he drew a bunch of mazes. There's his initials right there. You can definitely compare that to previous thing. And here's one more folder. Be boring, just random this and that's. Another maze. Anyway, so that's pretty much it for now. Okay, thank you.
The folder containing Kiss memorabilia was quickly sold for $150. On April 6th, Chris posted a new drawing in which she, in her Quickfill human form and her Sonichu form, apologizes to all women of a smaller breast size. Ladies and gentlemen, I'm taking a moment to offer my respect and kindness to all women who are and remain flat-chested. The true beauty and essence of any individual woman is on the inside from their personalities, respectively, mind, heart, and soul. Breast size never makes a woman who they are, so I, Christine Weston Chandler, salute and acknowledge the flat-chested women. Y'all are prideful, y'all are good people. Thank you. On April 8th, Christine engaged in a lengthy conversation over Discord with the Idea Guys. Joshua Wise mainly portrayed Fiend, an evil character from the Japanese anime series Symphogear, and Stephen Boyd played Gwen Mikoto. After making Chris believe that she was a pedophile, they demanded that she pay them $20,000, or else they expose her pedophilic thoughts to the public. When she objected to their demands and harsh words, Wise as Fiend posted an image of Kadingir, a super weapon from Symphogear, claiming that if Chris did not do as she was told, the weapon would fire at the moon, destroying it, with the potential of hurling debris at Quickville. Chris belittled Fiend's weapon, writing that she could fit it inside her urethra, with room to spare. Fiend called her bluff and fired at the moon. As Wise described a moon chunk falling towards Quickville, Magi-chan, also played by Wise, showed up in the chat and demanded that Chris do something to help, instead of crying in a corner and humping a plush doll of My Little Pony character, Twilight Sparkle. Chris denied these accusations and stated that she was instead protecting her city and nation with all of her soul. She yelled that she still had hope that they would survive. Boyd as Gwen appeared to brand her a liar because she allegedly lied about being a pedophile for years and claimed to have found child pornography on Chris's computer. She then accused Chris of lying about being a man and then a woman in order to have sex. Christine called Gwen a traitor for working with the enemy, since Gwen apparently was Fiend's student. Gwen said that she would abandon Fiend if Chris gave her $500. Christine stated that she no longer had that kind of money. Boyd as Gwen instead demanded that Chris sit outside to ponder about her abhorrent toxicity for a week, without food or toilet breaks. If she didn't comply, Gwen would blow up Quickville's dimension with a nuclear bomb. Chris wrote that she would commit suicide if the dimension ceased to exist. Wise as Fiend then claimed to bring over Chris's wife, Crizzle, who was furious at her for threatening suicide, something a real Sonichu would never do. Fiend then returned and claimed to have stopped the moon chunk from falling to Earth, and together with Gwen asked Chris to film a video apologizing to Gwen, which she delivered to them about 7 minutes later.
Gwen? I'm sorry for everything. I messed up. I'm a fuck up. You got me as a pedophile. One vagina. I lied about too many things in my life. Is that... I'm not a bad person. Gwen, I'm sorry for everything. Gwen, I'm really sorry for everything.
Since the Idea Guys were not satisfied with her offering, Christine offered something else. She showed them a picture of a large, spiky Sonichu penis she had drawn on the wall. Gwen asked her to show it to her mother. A few minutes later, Chris reported that she showed the Sonichu penis to Barbara, who was shocked and offended by it. She started to cry and then ran back upstairs. Chris then called herself a butt-fucking champ. After some extensive disputes concerning the marital position of Quickville, Christine asked to appoint a few consultants and advisors, including the Sonichu form of her late father, Robert Chu, and Anna McLaren, Chris's longtime friendly acquaintance. Her request to have Anna participate was rejected. However, It is likely that Chris indeed contacted Anna and told her about her current complicated situation. Anna may have gathered that Christine was under the manipulative influence of trolls and reported this information to Joshua Moon, or Null, the administrator of the Kiwi Farms, in addition to other significant members. She, however, delayed calling the police about the matter since she was studying for college final exams and ultimately did not do anything more to help Chris. On April 9th, Chris posted a brief YouTube video featuring Barbara.
Please buy our comic books. We need the money for a mortgage. We appreciate your help. Thank you.
The next day, Chris tweeted that she realized with the help of her sweethearts that she was bisexual, so put up her large lesbian pride flag for sale on eBay because she felt she needed to buy a bisexual flag to match her new identity. It was quickly sold for $100. She later on changed her Facebook profile gender to bisexual transwoman. The following day, she apologized on her Patreon page to her supporters for failing to deliver any new Sonichu pages for over 2 months because she was busy catching up with the happenings in Quickfill, but promised to return to completing Sonichu issue 12-9 soon. Chris elaborated on the conversation via a YouTube video uploaded the same day.
Hey everybody, Christine Chandler coming to you live from home once again in response to the post I just made on my Patreon to give y'all a little bit of an update. That's definitely true. I have been catching up on a whole bunch of Quickfill events. But anyway, to pretty much summarize it up, definitely in a bit of a quote, pretty much how I'm feeling everything.
Alright! Shut up! I hear you! I'm coming down! These pretzels are making me thirsty!
As she continued to give idea guys more gifts and money, while also falling back on mortgage payments, Christine listed more and more of her personal items for sale. This included her custom-painted Wiimote controller for the Nintendo Wii game console for $150. On April 13th, she posted her Bible on eBay for $200, but soon removed it since she did not find a spare that she could keep for herself. Later that day, she listed 2 vintage Transformers toys that were personally signed by her. After several fans complained that signing her name devalued the products, she removed her signatures. Chris promoted her eBay items in a short YouTube video.
Hello everybody, this is Christine Chandler coming to you live from home once again. Please buy the things I'm listing on eBay right now. My mother and I really need the money. Please help us immediately. Thank you.
On April 14th, she listed her Manchester High School amethyst graduation ring for sale, first for $1,000, then for $10,000. Soon after, she changed the price again to $5,000. The next day, Christine posted a YouTube video titled "Dick Licker, That Is I," in which she fervently licks the drawing of Magi-chan's penis on her wall. On that same day, someone who called themselves Shadow Resident, who claimed to have known Chris during their time at Piedmont, Virginia Community College, began uploading several YouTube videos demanding that Christine apologize for allegedly mentally scarring him at PVCC on Monday, April 15, 2002. His videos are no longer available, but they featured minimal imagery and him whispering his message to Chris. In the comments section, he wrote that he was not able to send these demands earlier because he was in a mental ward for 10 years because of Chris's scarring. According to a comment he left on the Dick Licker That Is I video, Shadow Resident implied that the aforementioned video was made on his request. Chris, however, rejected his claim and confessed to making the video on her own volition. The following day, Christine wrote on Twitter that she apparently remembered the identity of the so-called Ween who was addressing her online, and announced a forthcoming apology on YouTube, asking others not to reveal his personal information or dox him. She shortly delivered the apology video.
And today I am here to talk about this person who has come to my attention, this what you call a ween. I'm here to verify personally that there was actual history with this individual. This guy is legitimate, not fake. But I will refer to him by his online alias. But anyway, it took me a whole lot of research and recollecting. But anyway, I had typed up everything I have about what I remembered. So, yeah, this guy was at Piedmont, Virginia Community College. Mr. Shadow Resident. I had taken his class in the spring semester of 2001. We were reading a bunch of short stories and critiquing them. I was very misunderstood on how to critique them, and I wrote off tangent in my assignments and in responses. The Mr. Resident kicked me out of his class, only for a settlement to happen later where I met with him in his office to finish the assignments with a better understanding on what the resource was. Anyway, so I had to retake the course the following fall semester, but with a different professor. And I remember giving Mr. Resident kind of a mental word association relation to Dr. Robotnik, because his personality type was similar to that of him, and he kind of looked like him as well. So I'll tell y'all the short story about what happened that day. On April 15th, 2001, I entered the classroom like any other day, feeling neutral and well. Then Mr. Resident tells me to leave the classroom. I was not welcome into his class. I picked up my book bag and left. The door closed behind me, and I was very upset, and I did not know what to do with myself for the next hour or so. I went up the hallway to the part PVCC by the auditorium where they had all the long tables unfolded, and I cried and I cried and I cried with my arms folded and my head laying on my arms, and just anyway, I eventually, much later, pulled out a piece of paper. Then I wrote what I did on there. I returned to the now empty classroom shortly after the class had finished, and I left a note with his name on it on the desk, and I had written something like, "You made me cry. I will never forgive you." Yeah, this Mr. Resident, upon all the retrospect, I do owe you the apology, and I do humbly apologize for having written that note to you and causing you to fall mentally ill and go into all that you had gone through. But at least you ended up returning to PVCC later, as far as your record could tell. There you go, sir. There's your apology. I hope that was satisfactory enough for you. And I hope you have a good day and a good rest of your life. And that you are never trolled by anyone or doxed. So we'll just leave it at that.
Whether Shadow Resident was actually the teacher from Chris's past is not fully known. Members of the Kiwi Farms leaked what they thought were the personal details of the person behind the Shadow Resident's persona, but their veracity is unconfirmed. It was also at around this time that Chris began forming a friendship with several Twitter users who frequently replied to her, including Tings, Little Amy Chan, and Desiree Delightful. They portrayed themselves as genuine devoted fans of Chris and fashioned themselves as her protectors against trolls, calling themselves the Quick Protect Squad. To increase their mutual trust for each other, they made numerous Sonichu and chrischan related drawings for Chris. On April 16th, Chris uploaded a video of herself exercising with dumbbells, because the characters the idea guys were portraying told her that she had to keep in good shape while in Quickville.
I was doing a little workout. I do my warm-ups and workout every day between, like, you know, push-ups and jumping jacks and the other stretches that I like doing. But anyway, one thing that I really like doing, which I'm going to show y'all in this very video, after I get my hair pulled back and my sweatband on, and then put my cap on. Now lift these bad boys up. Rated weight, 20 pounders. Both of these are 20 pounders. I like doing 100 reps every day, and y'all gonna watch me do 100 reps today. I do 100 reps daily. Most daily, okay? Anyway, count with me. 2, 2, 3, 3. Here we are. 50. And 50 makes 100. Yeehaw! Alright? So get yourselves working out with me. Do 100 reps a day. But make sure you warm up. I also do my leg ups. Do 30 of those a day. Okay? So anyway, y'all can enjoy that. Have a good day.
Later that day, Christine uploaded a 4-second long video fulfilling a paid request, which featured her mother, Barbara, stiffly dancing the twist. Viewers noted the visible dog feces atop of newspapers on the floor in the background. The next day, Chris pleaded for her followers to provide her with more money. "We are making the mortgage and food by the skin of our teeth here. Seriously, I would not be able to afford even the ticket to BronyCon at this point without making all these sales. So, please help me so I can meet you this year. Please, buy now to help me get to BronyCon 2018. Money is tight here. If I don't make the money, I can't go at all." She expanded on her conundrum in a YouTube video posted shortly afterwards.
Look, everyone, I know you want me to show myself in a video doing what I'm doing for my mom with using the money to help pay her back. I mean, but rest assured, the money that I will be getting, is going towards helping my mother. Alright? And it's also going towards helping me as well, because it's not just her that has the problems here, I have the problems too. So just please buy the Transformer toys from me, buy everything from me that I put on eBay, please, 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 please!
Later on, Christine wrote a string of tweets, likely being coerced by the idea guys. "Everyone, I do still need the money here to make ends meet for the household. Seriously, I was using BronyCon as a sales pitch excuse to try to sell the toys. I owe a lot towards making amends for my past. You would not believe me if I told you how, but suffice to say, I had done a lot more things in my lifetime from within my subconscious that ended up doing things worse in this world and even in Quickville. I am a major sexual deviant, and my fetishes have made a lot of individuals turn against me. I have a long list of fetishes. I'm a furry. I like the MLP ponies and equestria girls and guys. I like all kinds of individuals. I like big breasts. I even like those as young as 16 years of age. I'm a porn addict. I'm even into scat and pee. I still have remaining, lingering jealousies of men, enough to subconsciously want to kill. I also do like Cybertronians, Autobots, and Decepticons alike. It is super bad that I may as well voluntarily register myself as a sex offender, and all this among others have affected my relations with everyone, every pony, and every bot. My years of repressed sexual urges have made my Sonichus and Rosechus essentially go hog wild all over the places, even to go around terrorizing everyone to get me some vagina. I also have a fetish for old people too, even my own mother. And I have a fetish for myself, where when I have the chance, I would have sex with my Quickville counterpart, and even my Equestria counterpart, Nightstar. Her sweetie, Cunty Nugget, was so handsome, he made me realize I was bisexual. He was like, wow! And now, thanks to my subconscious lingering jealousy, Cunty Nugget is dead now. My damned subconscious killed my Nightstar's lover. So much damage to a lot in this world, and even there in Quickville's dimension. That's what's been driving me crazy these past months. I was worrying over my nation and my species of Sonichus and Rosechus, and there is a lot to make amends, as well as reforming and redeeming myself. And Jesus Christ is not one who will be doing that for me. I must reform and redeem myself for the benefit of everyone. I had repressed myself for too many years, and the worst of that has cost a lot against me with everyone. And to you all and all of them, I have been very remorseful and sorry for everything. I wish to be reformed, redeemed, and forgiven by everyone. Not long after, Chris returned to Twitter to inform everyone that her account had allegedly been hacked and that her previous tweets were not her words. Later again, Chris wrote that she was having an existential crisis and asked for help. From the events of these past few days, it became all the more clear that Christine was still under the control of bad actors. No one knew for the time being their true identities, the extent of their torment, or even the lengths they would soon go to use Chris's loosening grip on reality for their own amusement.